Did you like that? I made a logo. I bought a website too, which is often the death sentence of any project that you intend to do when you buy a domain name for something that you haven't done yet. But in this case, I am following through. I'm going to go ahead and timestamp every part of this video so that you can jump around by topic to skip around some of my rambling. I guess rambling is a little subjective in this video. I can't promise that the whole video is not going to feel like rambling, because the point of this video is mostly to be an intro to who I am and what I plan to do with this YouTube channel. My name is Patrick Coyne. When I was 15, I created a YouTube account on youtube.com and started making videos. In fact, Google had not bought YouTube yet, so you didn't actually need a Gmail account to go on YouTube, which is kind of a foreign concept nowadays. I used to vlog with friends of mine, set up some pranks, which I know has a much kind of cringier and lamer connotation these days, and even do some commentary. Basically, I was just making videos about whatever I wanted and having fun doing it. While I wasn't the happiest teenager in the world, there is no question that I was happy doing YouTube. I would record on a mini DV camera, which, for those of you who don't know, is a camcorder that records on literal tapes. I would then hook up the physical camcorder with the tape inside to a laptop and have to manually upload to Windows Movie Maker, which I think sometimes took even longer than the length of time that was the tape. So if it was like a 10-minute video, I think it'd take even a little longer than that to upload, for 420p, which was awesome. It's kind of like one of these guys, so you can imagine that the quality was not very good. Digital cameras definitely existed, by the way. I didn't have to do it on tape. My mom's mini DV camcorder was the only thing that I had, and my grades really weren't the best, so my parents weren't inclined to spend money on me, especially for a hobby they didn't understand. I'm 32 years old and I work in games publishing, and while I obviously didn't stick with YouTube, I wouldn't be where I'm at if I hadn't dabbled in digital media pretty consistently on and off throughout my entire life. Most of my jobs in the last 3 years have been almost solely dependent on the knowledge that I have gained from dabbling in digital media and messing around with things like YouTube, Twitch, and social media as a hobby, just because I loved to do it. Basically, what started as a hobby and a budding passion as a teenager, over enough time manifested into me living on a comfortable salary out here in Los Angeles. And for a kid who used to dream about working in either film or video games, I kind of live right at the intersection of content and video games, which is the two things I love more than anything. And so it's not bad. So why a YouTube channel? Well, the short answer is why not? Every couple of months, I privately grapple with the question of why don't I just make a YouTube channel for just the passion and fun of it like I did when I was a teenager? Not for any agenda, not because it's a grind, but just because it's fun and I want to do it. And my excuse has always been different, whether it be job, time, money, but what it really boiled down to was ego. I should also mention that one of the main reasons I quit YouTube was back in high school, I was perpetually bullied for having a YouTube channel. I had a creative writing class where we had YouTube Fridays, and basically how it worked is that for the first 10 to 15 minutes of the class, we would just watch YouTube videos while we were jotting down notes for something to write about. YouTube was kind of novel at this time, where it was exciting and fun and new, and there were just viral videos here and there. It wasn't as normalized, so it was kind of this novel, fun thing to check out on a Friday when we had class, and anyone could submit a YouTube video to the teacher. As long as it wasn't offensive or inappropriate, he would play it on a projector in front of the class. So people had found my YouTube channel, and someone submitted one of my vlogs to the teacher, who then proceeded to play it on the projector in front of a class full of high school sophomores, while I basically sat in my desk and recoiled and wanted to crawl out of my own skin because it was cringy, and it left a lasting impression and made me not want to do it anymore. Since then, I have made some minor attempts to get back into it, but to be honest, some of those actually make me cringe more than the content I was making in high school, if you can believe that. I messed around with TikTok like everyone else during the pandemic, but inevitably I've ended up here with no one holding me back but myself. So if you haven't been scared off by how long-winded this introduction has been, or cringed at the idea or my style or how I've been talking about things, hit that like button. Hit subscribe. turn on notifications. I generally like to talk about video games, both recreationally and professionally. I work in the industry, so I have a lot of thoughts about where the industry is going and where we've been. As you can probably tell, I like to collect video games and VHS tapes. I also have a podcast in the works that I'm excited to use this YouTube channel to provide another angle for that. And I'll probably just use this channel as a reason to explore things that I've never explored before, whether it's through friends of mine with interesting lives or me just sitting here talking about it on the internet. Either way, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.